And whoa, just sorry, messed up my mic thing. Okay, sorry, starting off on the wrong foot here. But what is on the right foot is you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for joining me. Hope you're having a lovely one today. Listen, you can't see it, but my arm for my microphone, like it runs into the top shelf of my desk in front of me. I need to figure out a way to adjust that. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish out Power, Corruption, and Lies New Order with the final track here, which is Leave Me Alone, which I never want you guys to do, and I'll never do to you. I'll never leave you alone. Always going to be here 100 days a week, 24 hours a month. Let's go ahead and get into it. We will talk about it after. Hope you're having a lovely one out there. Let's dive on in. This track is very hopeful. The feeling of it.
And 100 years ago, a sailor trod this ground I stood upon. Take me away, everyone, when it looks down. From my head to my toes, from the words in the book, I see a vision that would bring me luck. From my head to my toes, through my teeth, through my nose, you get these words wrong. You get these words wrong every time. You get these words wrong. I just smile. But from my head to my toes, from my knees to my eyes, every time I watch the sky, for these last few days, leave me alone. But for these last few days, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Leave Me Alone is a really great way to end the album. I felt like the track was very much keeping the same roots as we've heard from the previous tracks on this album. Of course, even going back to Joy Division originally. And you still get that catchy bass line that just pulses and throbs and the undermines of everything. But then the guitar on top from Sumner is very bright. And to me, the whole song sounds maybe not exactly hopeful, even though that was my initial feeling. But to me, I guess there's a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment for the person or the personnel that it's taking place towards. So like from the protagonist singing, from the singer, like there sounds like satisfaction in there. And I feel like that's a great way to kind of wrap up the album, in that going through all these twists and turns, these curves, by the end, even though things may not be better, you can accept them. And that's kind of what I feel like at the end here is acceptance. Even with the way he's singing it, it sounds like, things aren't so bad. Not amazing, but things aren't so bad. And I'm finding myself at a decent place right now. That's just the feeling I get. But musically, like I said, I really love the brightness of the guitar and how that comes up above the typically murkiness of the bass here. A lot of subtle drum changes from Morris here. Like, it's just a lot going on. I like the little bit of production changes that happen as well. For example, at one point early on, it's a little bit thin on the drum side of things on the snare. And then there's a little bit of a production, oomph. And some more oomph is given to the snare. And then later on at the end, the snare is given an echo. Whether that's literally him just hitting the snare twice, or there's an echo with the actual production side of things, I don't know. But what I do know is that it sounds cool, and it kind of provides these minuscule and subtle changes throughout the track to continue to give it this kind of dynamic feeling here. Let's look at these lyrics though. On 1,000 islands in the sea, I see 1,000 people just like me. 100 unions in the snow, I watch them walking, falling in a row. We live always underground, it's going to be so quiet in here tonight. There's 1,000 islands in the sea, it's a shame. And 100 years ago, a sailor trod this ground I stood upon. Take me away, everyone, when it hurts thou. So he's singing a lot of people, a lot of groups, and he says that we're always living underground. They're walking, falling in a row. So I feel like he's saying, like, I don't want to be part of that. I want to stand out and walk my own path instead of walking the path of everyone else. Hence him getting to the title, Leave Me Alone. From my head to the toes, from the words in the book, I see a vision that would bring me luck. From my head to my toes, to my teeth, through my nose, you get these words wrong every time. You get these words wrong, I just smile. Like, you don't really know what's going on, but I know what's going on, and that's why I just smile, because I know what's happening. And those lyrics just repeat from there, except this time's ending. For these last days, leave me alone. For these last days, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I don't think it's necessarily a negative leave me alone. I think it's a leave me alone so I can live my own life, so I can follow my own path and make my own path instead of following the path and the choices that perhaps others have made. And he's seeing where their endings have gone, wherever that may be. I don't know. Maybe I'm diving too deep into it, or maybe I'm not diving deep enough. But either way, thank you for sticking around with me, and thank you for watching alongside with me. You can let me know your thoughts on the track and the album in the comments down below. You can press the like button, press the subscribe button, support what I do on Patreon if you like. You don't have to. Just chill out here with me. And otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you all later. Bye, guys.